Hello everyone. So I decided to make a video about what we need to do in order to go to heaven. On heaven, our greatest desires will be fulfilled, and the greatest reward of heaven will be behold God face to face. And actually, this has three meanings, okay? So the first one, that God is the truth, so irresistible, so delightful that upon know it, we will not be able to wish for anything else. Our soul will be floated with peace. It will be like if we dive in an ocean of warm water. The heat of the water will not hurt us. Actually, we will feel so relaxed, so delighted that the only thing that will want will be dive deeper and deeper in this so delightful truth. The second meaning is to see Jesus glorified face to face. So obviously, the behold God face to face is not only see Jesus face to face, because if it weren't so, his apostles, disciples, and etc. Would be on heaven, and we know that some of them killed him. So it's not only this. And lastly is the alignment of the will. I already said here in one of my videos that when we go to heaven, our will be aligned to God's will. So our souls have three characteristics. So the first one is the memory. Any event that is captured by our soul is stored as information. And the second characteristic is that is the intelligence. So we are able to use the information we stored on the memory. So we are able to ponder about the origin of the things, the development of the things, the consequences, and etc. And lastly, we have our free will. So upon the options that came from the pondering, we are able to pick the option that we want the most. So it's not necessarily the best one, but the one that we want the most. The free will is a divine law that even God respected, so God does not infringe it. Since going to heaven is allow God align our will, so actually we need to allow him to change our own will, so it's not an infringement. And why having our will aligned to God's will is a reward? It's because our will is based in a false reality, in a limited capture of the event. It's very egoistical and imperfect. And because of this, we have false expectations that it not only might be bad for us, but might as well be false. So God is the source of all holiness, and the path to heaven is the divine will. So we need to give up our own will, letting God occupy this space left with his will. So our life is basically adopting God's will, saying yes to him. So in the end of life, he can reclaim our soul that we have been saying yes to him. So it does not become an infringement. So why do we pray? Do penitence, fasting, receive the sacraments, the sacramentals, and etc. Because it's the formal way to say yes to God, to let his will occupy, replace actually our own will. And what is a greater yes than being, for example, baptized? No other one. So you do not need to become a priest, to become a nun, a friar, in order to go to heaven. You only need to give up your human will and adopt to yourself the God's will. So in the end of life, if God's saying, I own this soul, he will list every time you said yes to him.